Africa is one of the richest continents when it comes to natural resources, but also has the most deadly animals in the world, making it extremely dangerous for the people living here. So I'm going to be camping for the next 48 hours in the river delta in Botswana, which is a haven for wildlife. And since a kid, I've dreamed of seeing it, but never had the chance to, until my dad offered me to go manage a construction site where we'd be surrounded by wildlife on foot, camping in tents with no fences, and trying to follow the one and only rule being never walk alone. So in the African bush for 48 hours, and this is pretty much my home. Guys working on fences that aren't complete yet, wild animals all over the place, and we have to finish the job in 48 hours. And yeah, we have the site right there, and fresh elephant poo right here. Might find ourselves getting caught out and having little work breaks because we got some site visitors on there, so just permanently keeping your eyes open. A whole bunch of hippos in the pond here, elephants in the distance, and the ever so growing fear of having black mambas in and around this grass when you're walking as well. Pretty wild, man. Doesn't get more wild than this. Now, black mambas, for those of you that don't know, are one of the deadliest snakes in the world and the most deadly in Africa. And if you thought these fat lazy hippos are tame, they're actually the most dangerous animal in Africa, killing 3,000 people per year, reaching up to 30 miles per hour on land, and are extremely territorial and aggressive. The first day of work came to a close, thankfully with no wild animals coming onto site, but spending the day at my office watching the hippos in the lake, elephants in the distance, and even a croc peeping up to see what we're doing was one of the most special days on a site I've ever had. Now, the man who is working with me running the site, who is also my tour guide, security guard, and basically my bush dad, took any opportunity he got to show me this beautiful place he calls home and teach me everything he knows about it. That is pretty crazy. 100 meters. This is it, just absolutely open bush, open plains. Don't know what's lurking out there. I know there's an elephant that way. Don't know what else is what else is lurking in the bushes here.
As far out as we can go.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go any further than this. But what is like some of the challenges that are not happening naturally in the bush at the moment now, with like conflict between people and
Poaching mostly.
Threats for the local people?
Yeah.
Obviously a lot of the cattle and the goats and that.
Yeah, the buffalo fence is made there just for that, so that but now we've got the elephants which break down the fence. Now the cows can come right through.
Now you're getting absolutely munched by lions, hyenas.
Exactly. And then the people try to retaliate.
Yeah.
And that is just right about the right opportunity for the poachers to also come in and pretend like they are the farmers this side.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez. You got a lovely home over here.
Yeah.
All my construction workers and tradies will understand just how good that feeling is. Tent over there. Yeah, they managed to finish all of this today for the campsite, but didn't manage to finish this little part. Another section just down there where there's no fence either. So I think it's going to be quite a restless sleep, knowing that the sounds you hear, there's nothing quite really keeping them out of the camp. I think it's going to be a pretty restless sleep, not only because of this thing.
Well, that doesn't sound too far.
Yeah, that is pretty damn fresh. That was obviously our visitor last night, and yeah, there's the campsite right there. But yeah, as you can see, this right here is the bathroom I used last night, and those sounds that I thought were an elephant more than likely were, because that is 5 meters away from the bathroom I used. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty rank, but that's fresh elephant poo. Nice little snake shedding. Remember what I said about those black mambas in the bushes, so this is what we are installing in. Early morning when it's been a quiet night, and snakes come around. Just got to shake around a bit, scare the snakes off. I'll tell you what, these anthills make pretty damn good tripods. So the common theme for this video is the fact that the campsite's right there. There's definitely wildlife out here that can 100% kill you. and we're all doing this job. There's about 60 people in the campsite, not having fences, walking around, having to do your job, not knowing if there's something in the bushes that can take you. Kind of reminds me of the story in Kenya when they were building a bridge over the Tsavo River. An estimated 186 people were killed by the man-eaters of Tsavo. Majority of methods, they're cutting this tree down. Can't cut this. This is a whole tree. This hole needs to have a pole, but this branch is in the way. Now we need to try and find a method to slightly move the branch over so we can sneak the pole in, and then we're not having to cut down a tree. I don't think anything can truly be green, as you can find the most eco-friendly power sources or supplies, the most eco-friendly building techniques, but yet there still seems to be some form of implication on the ecosystem. So the concept of being eco-friendly is quite funny, because I think what being eco-friendly or green really boils down to is what man determines as the maximum amounts of disruption that can happen in an ecosystem as green or eco-friendly. Yep, still picking up elephant poop. This is magunya, my favorite thing in Botswana. Pretty much exactly where that hippo was right here yesterday. So let's hope there's no hippos. This is the reality of human-elephant conflict. No tusks. This elephant carcass is just a sad reminder of the outcome when human-animal conflict boils over. These are the buffalo fences Eva was talking about, and whether this elephant destroyed the fence and was raiding the farmer's fields or it died of old age, the fact remains that this area is run by the local people. The delta is split up into different sections, where some will run privately and do whatever they can to look after the animals, but this one tends to look after its people first. I can't say I blame them. Notably, as much as there are times lions or leopards will take the livestock, they've learned that people in this area are not to be messed with, and have scattered to other parts of the delta. It's got me questioning on my way home if there were even predators around at all, or that the animals have learned how dangerous people can be and tend to keep their distance. Regardless, I'm back in Cape Town, the city life where I can go to sleep without hippos outside my tents, and I can feel safe.
Six people have been shot dead in Khayelitsha amid a surge of gang violence on the Cape Flats.
Several Golden Arrow buses have been torched, 4 of them this morning.
The area of Umtwanome is known for harrowing cases of violence against women and children.
Where 19 people died in a taxi crash here in Gauteng.
A calf left orphaned after its mother was poached, her horn gouged from her body.
The poachers themselves, especially the syndicates, they do the same thing.
They discover yet another dead rhino, gunned down by mercenary poachers.
We can't watch these animals going extinct, and every possible thing is going to be done to make sure that we win this war.
The reality is, when we see people in villages bathing in a crocodile-infested river, we think they're crazy. Meanwhile, we have a higher chance of dying in a car accident than they do of being eaten. And that's what I call perspective. Living amongst these human killers doesn't sound too crazy now, does it?